All right, so this, of course, is the big moment in American politics. We are halfway through Joe Biden's presidency, and it remains to be interesting as to what the American people, of course, think about the American president's performance, and this will be a clear indicator. Now, according to the early trends that are coming in, there seems to be a bit of an early lead that the Republicans have stolen over the Democrats. Now, states have just started declaring their results, and the GOP, the grand old party of American politics, appears to have stolen a lead. In the latest, the incumbent Florida governor has now managed to hold on to his seat. Ron DeSantis is now tipped for a potential candidacy for the 2024 presidential elections. He is, of course, seen as a bit of a rising star in America's political right. And former President Donald Trump has flown to his home state of Florida to even root for him. But cracks between the two are pretty evident. Now, during one of Donald Trump's rallies, he even called the governor Ron DeSanctimonium. And these, of course, are live visuals from Florida. It is expected that Ron DeSantis could, of course, come forth and address his followers. It remains to be seen as to what he is likely to say. Because remember, this, of course, is a very crucial state, Florida. And Ron DeSantis also will have implications far beyond this midterm elections, because he is quite clearly someone who is in the running for the 2024 presidency as well. And he could be one of the rivals that Donald Trump will have to overcome to, in fact, put forth his bid to contend in the presidential elections in 2 years' time from now. The polls have closed in some states. The 2022 midterm elections are shaping up to be the most consequential in America's history, with control of the Congress and also of the Senate at stake. All 435 seats in the House and 35 of the 100 seats in the Senate are now on the line. Dozens of governorships, secretaries of states and attorney general are also on the ballot. The midterm elections will determine the future of American President Joe Biden's agenda. Whether he'll have the heft and the control of the American legislatures is, of course, the big question. Because remember, without the control of the Congress and the Senate, Joe Biden will not be able to push through his agenda for the rest of his presidency. Now, this also is going to be a test of the viability of another White House run by Donald Trump as well. That, of course, is another aspect that is being looked at in these midterm elections. Now, according to data from the U.S. Election Project, more than 42 million Americans have voted ahead of the election day, either by mail or by in-person voting. Meanwhile, with the polls opening across the country, there have been no reports of any widespread problems with the ballots. Long lines or voter intimidation have not been reported from pretty much any of the polling stations. However, there were problems with dozens of electronic vote counting machines in the battleground state of Arizona, and these electronic vote counting machines were seized upon by the former Republican President Donald Trump and his followers, who claimed that it was evidence of election fraud by the Democrats. Listen in.
There's a lot of bad things going on. Stay online. Do not leave. I know you don't want to be there as long as they're going to try and force you. They want to delay you out of voting, and you cannot let them delay you out of voting. So to the people of Arizona in particular, because that's the one that's come up right now, stay online, don't leave. Already a lot of people have left, and it's very, very unfair what's going on. Maricopa County, don't leave. Stay there.